everybody. Today I'm going to show you my new watercolor brushes that come with my watercolor lettering line. I developed these with American Crafts. They just released and I'm here to show you what they're all about. So first off, we have a set of wooden brushes, and these are round watercolor brushes which have a very nice fine tips. They come with these little tubes, plastic tubes on top. And they are 4 sizes, 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are wonderful for lettering or just doing detail work. The importance of any watercolor brush to use with lettering has to be springy, and I'll just move these aside. Has to be springy and have a fine point. So you do want to be able to get thick and thin lines. I have my watercolor ink in here, which I'll show you in another video. And so I just go in there and dab off, and I'll just show you how thin and the lines can be with these. This is my size 3. So I'll just do a capital A, lightly going up and push down, and then I'll dip in again and then get that crossbar. So I'll zoom in just so you can see again the thicknesses of the lines. So I'll get some more paint on my brush. I'm tapping it on the side of my palette, and I'm going lightly up and down, pushing down. Oh, this one is I dipped the paint in, so I'll just fix that. The beauty of watercolor lettering is you can actually fix your mistakes more successfully than with regular regular brush markers. All right, and now this dried, so I'm going to get that same effect here. So I'm just going to stop there. So you can see how fine these lines are, and this is my size 3, so it's my 3rd largest tip brush tip. Okay, so that said, I'm going to show you my water brushes. So lots of people have water brushes on the market. I love these because they're really high quality, and I'll just show you. Oops, I actually have the wrong top on this. This is for my black brush. They are sold in a set of 2. They are the same size, and they are super fine tips. So you can see how fine they are. And you can see this one's a little bit stained, but it doesn't matter if they stain, as long as, I mean, they will run clean even though they're stained when you use them with paint. So with the water brush, you can fill it with water. You will just unscrew the top like this. And you see that? I just hold it under my tap, or I use a pipette and fill it with water. The other thing that's great about these is you can actually put your inks directly in here. And again, I'll save that for another video. But here is a look at, okay, so here's my watercolor ink with an eyedropper, and I can just drop my ink right in there with water or at full concentrate. So you can collect a whole bunch of these. Has a really nice delivery system here, and use them pre-filled, so they're really handy. All right, and what I like about these 2 is that the watercolor inks get put in the palette, and then you can simply squeeze and dilute that ink. See that? Right, using your water brush and not using your pipette. So once again, super fine tip. I'm going to, let's go into the orange, pick up the orange, and I'll get it maybe a bit darker in here. I let all the inks dry in my palette. I do not clean my palettes. All right, and then I'll just move this over so you can see, and then we'll do an A, and again, you can get look at that super fine line you get. A lot of people love the nylon water brushes. They feel that they get thinner lines with them, and this one, it is beautiful. So you can get thick and thin lines, and have wonderful success with these. So not all water brushes are made the same, and these are super great. These are wonderful for watercolor lettering. Okay, so now that this is, I just wanted to show you something. Now that this is has paint on it, what do you do to clean it? Well, you could actually rinse the tip in some water, but what I tend to do is I have a rag or a cloth, and I will simply, if you see on the barrel, it will say push. You see that? There, you squeeze the barrel, and then you just squeeze it right onto your paper towel or your rag, and until it runs clear. And that's all you do to clean your water brush. And now it is clean. You can see it's still a little bit stained, but staining doesn't matter. It's still clean. There. Okay. Now, last set of brushes, really important point about these, because some of the packaging does not indicate this. So you can see, actually this top is the wrong top. So these tops are black because they are black ink. So these are pre-filled black ink, beautiful, rich, dark color. And you can see that this one I've used and this one I haven't used. And the difference is this ring. When you buy it, this ring will be here. And what you have to do to get these working is you have to unscrew the top, take it off, pull off the ring, and then screw it back together until you hear a click. And you should see how that gap is there. You do not want a gap. So I'm going to turn, I'm going to put this down. Turn. No, still a gap, There. There is no gap. This is together, and now the ink will flow into the tip. All right. Now to get the ink flowing, you can see that push again. You can give it a little bit of a squeeze, and on paper or on your palette, I'll just do it right here on the paper. So you can see I didn't even squeeze it, and the ink is already flowing. Can you see that? It's already black. So you don't really, I don't want you to push and push on this, because it'll squeeze up out of this barrel. And then when the ink is flowing, you just start to use it. And that's all there's to it. See how the fine tip you can get? This watercolor paper is kind of rough, so that edge isn't so nice, but it is a beautiful and easy way to practice your lettering. You don't have the inks, you don't need the palettes, you just have your pre-filled black water brush to use right away in your workbook. So just remember that part of removing this little ring, and you'll be all set to use your brushes. Thanks for watching.